Hello shooters, this video is going to be the first of a 14-part series of 14 days to be a better shooter. It's going to take longer than 14 days for me to get this video out, but when I'm done it'll be a 14-part series. They're written on my blog, but there's been a number of people that have said, hey man, we really want you to do a video of the 14 days. So each installment is going to be one day of the 14 days. It's going to cover handguns and long guns. Long guns, it's going to cover the AK series and the AR series, just because those are the two most popular. And handguns are going to be the Glock and the Smith & Wesson M&P. So let's get going with day one. So this is going to be day one. The most important thing that we want to establish right away is with all this practicing we're going to be doing the 14 days, that we do it with no ammunition. This is no ammunition practice. So what that means is there's no live ammo anywhere in this room where I'm at right now. There's always at least one closed door between me and any live ammo whatsoever. That's so we keep it safe. We can practice with confidence and not harm anyone or anything. Okay, so let's get going with the first day. Okay, shooters, we're going to start with a handgun first. This first episode is going to take a little bit longer because we're going to go over the techniques in detail so you get them down really well. For day one, what we want to do is load and unload. So we take our handgun and we bring it up here, because we want it up here in our peripheral vision, so we can keep our eyes, we can keep situationally aware of what's going on out there. We don't want to do anything down here, okay, or down here, because under stress, what you're going to do is you're going to want to cheat and you want to look. And as soon as you drop your head, that's a big no-no, because then you're no longer situationally aware and you're going to become a bullet sponge. Okay? So everything we do is up here. So if you do have to cheat when you're under pressure, you can cheat just for a second, but you still have situational awareness through your peripheral vision. So everything's going to be done up here. And so for the load with the handgun, we keep the handgun up here. And I don't care if you do it out here or up or here or here or here, as long as it's up here somewhere. So if you do have to cheat, it's just a glance right there. You don't have to actually bend your head down. Okay. So load. We take our magazine. Notice I have my finger along the top there. Hand finds hand. You hit the magazine home firmly. You grab the back of the slide, you rack it, and you let it go. Okay. Now it's loaded. But we want to ensure that it's loaded. We want to do a double check. So the way I do it is I actually come up here and come back just slightly enough so I can stick my finger in there. Hopefully you can see that. I can feel brass. And I take the handgun, make sure the slide's pressed all the way forward. I can feel that it's forward just by putting my thumb back here. If it's not, I can either push it forward with my thumb like this, or I can hit the back of it just to make sure that the slide is fully seated. Now it's loaded. Now for our unload sequence, this is what we want to do. We're just going to take the magazine, we're going to put it in our finger here, we're going to rack the slide a few times, we can lock it open. I can feel there's no magazine, and I can feel there's no round in the chamber. Okay, load and unload. Okay, shooters, now we're going to go to the carbine. You know, with the handgun, we kept it up here, and some people learn this with the carbine too. I think it's a bad idea, and here's why. Notice how much higher than me the muzzle is. So if I always practice to do my loading, unloading, malfunction clearance drills and stuff right here, then anytime I'm hiding behind a wall or hiding behind a vehicle or ducking down from a window or something, I got this big old flag saying, hey, I'm still here. Wait for me to pop up so you can shoot me. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So with the carbine, we want to drop it down a little bit. It's not quite as comfortable as bringing it up here, but it'll save your life. We want to keep the muzzle at eye level. Now it doesn't look like it's eye level because of the perspective of the camera, but if I bring it over here, you can see that it's at eye level. Okay, that's where we want to keep our muzzle at eye level. All right. So when we load the carbine, we want to come up and we can feel the round. I can feel the round is on the right side. I insert the magazine into the magazine well. I push it in, then I pull. I try and pull it out. If I can't pull it out, I know it's good to go. I go to the charging handle. I pull it back. I let it go. Now I take the magazine out. The top round is on the left, so I know that the one that was on the right is in the chamber. So I put the magazine back in, push, pull, good to go. Okay, unload. I'm going to take the magazine out. I'm going to rack the charging handle, lock the bolt back, or whatever you got to do, lock the bolt back, feel for rounds, good to go, unloaded. So that's load and unload with a carbine. There's another alternate way to check for rounds in the chamber. Push pull on the magazine, rack it, and now to double check, I have to pull the bolt back and feel. Yep, I can feel brass in there. Good to go. Hit the charging handle. Make sure you're good to go. Close that bad boy. Now I know that it's loaded. Unload. Magazine out. Lock the bolt back. Check for mag. Check the chamber. We're good. So that's the two ways to load and unload with an AR or an M4 or whatever. Okay, next up is the AK, load and unload. Remember the muzzle, you want to keep it at eye level, and it's at eye level. When I do like this, it looks like it's higher than eye level, but it's not. Take the magazine, feel it's on the left side, put the magazine in, rack the charging handle, let it go, pull the mag out, rounds on the right side, so I know I got one in the chamber. Okay, the cool thing about the AK, it's got another way to chamber check, and it's cool. Put the safety to on position, okay, and then you can pull the bolt back some, but you can't pull it back very far. But this is made for a chamber check. You can't pull it back too far to eject a round out, but you can pull it back far enough to do a chamber check. I got one there. Let it go. Okay, so those are the two ways to chamber check an AK. Then take the magazine out, rack. Oh, I gotta take the safety off. Rack the charging handle. No rounds, no magazine. I actually have to I can do the same thing again. Put the safety on, rack it back, and there's no rounds in the chamber either. Okay, so that's unload and load with an AK. Do this slow. Do it 50 times. Okay, so that's the end of day one. So recap: 50 load and unload slowly, just here with your hands. Hope you like the series. Like, share, subscribe, ask questions. This is my passion, to help you with the Warrior Triad. This is skills. And we'll see you next time.